Last time on the Black Gate, it is time to undergo the test of the 3 principles of truth, love, and courage. And I started with love. Near Earthian is a moon gate. Stepping in takes us to not a dungeon, actually an open area that seemed rather quaint, peaceful, and solitary. There was a house nearby. Nobody was inside it, but there were 2 golems near the circle of stones off to the right and a bit downwards. One golem seemed to have died, or rather destroyed, so we talked to the live one. He asked us to help his brother, Adjar. This particular golem's name is Bollix. He claimed to have said a man named Estelaron, who was waiting for the Avatar to arrive on the Isle of Fire, felt rather lonely in his solitude. During his time on the island, he came across a stone of a Costambre, a magical tree which draws blood when you strike it. Bollix gave us a book which outlined the ritual required to create a golem that is living, breathing, well, maybe not breathing, but you can talk to the golem like if it was a real person and raise it like if it was your own child, which is pretty cool. The ritual required us to draw blood from the stone of Costambre, put the blood on rocks, and cast a spell from the scroll from that same book. We also needed a heart, but Bollix decided to give us his heart to raise his brother back from the dead. Once his brother was raised from the dead, he told us that he didn't really need to do that and told us to go get the heart from the tree itself. We did so and restored his brother back to life, which helped us to pass the test. The Statue of Love blessed us, maxing out our dexterity and our combat score, which is going to be very, very handy. We also found a secret room in the Test of Love before completing it. Flipping a lever behind the stone of Costambre revealed a secret room up north in the passage, and inside was a fire-doomed staff and the powerful Death Scythe, as well as about a dozen or so glass swords in the corpse to the south of the room. After that, I underwent the Test of Truth. The Test of Truth is basically we had to find the Talisman of Truth, just like we found the Talisman of Love back in the Test of Love. The solution here was basically that the entire dungeon in the Test of Truth is a complete illusion, it is a fake. If you explore it naturally, you're not going to find the Talisman of Truth. The ones you find within the dungeon are complete fakes, they are hallucinations, they are falsehoods. The solution is basically that there's a secret wall, a hidden wall, near the entrance to the Test of Truth. The solution is actually in the very beginning of the dungeon, past the trap in the center of the room. There was a hood on the ground, and in front of it was a false wall. We entered it, followed the hidden passageway, and found the real Talisman of Truth. The statue congratulated us, and we got a huge boost to our intelligence and magical score. And both statues gave us a warning as to the core of Exodus, the psyche, soon returning to the core. And then the part ended. Welcome folks to some more Let Us Play Ultima VII The Black Gate. We're not going to go to the Test of Courage just yet. I got a reminder in the comments to haul off and store our glass swords on our ship, and I'm glad for the reminder because I would have forgotten. I'm always in a hurry to just go on to the next point, I believe. So Spark has one, no, he has several. I will put in this crate, also take this out, I'm going to put that somewhere else. This is the weapons crate, or barrel, excuse me. We'll put this right here, and I gotta haul that off somewhere else, just dump it somewhere. We don't need that sword, this sword, and that shield. I'll have Spark carry one. I anticipate we're going to use one glass sword in the Test of Courage. You can probably imagine what the Test of Courage entails. That'd be a lot of combat, which is why I prepared before we even arrived on the Castle of Fire and trained up. We are ready and we are prepared for the Test of Courage very, very well. So Dupre has a bunch of glass swords in here. We're probably not going to use a whole lot of these throughout the game, but I anticipate we're going to use one soon. At least it's going to be handy for something later on. Because that room in the Test of Love, I always grab these glass swords because they're rare. If it's rare, I'll grab it. Because that room in the Test of Love, the one with the Death Scythe that we got, there is no clue in the entire game, I'm pretty sure, that will lead you to that room. That's just sort of a reward. You gotta imagine, like back in the day, no internet, no strategy guide to this game unless you pay money for the clue book would tell you where that room is. That's sort of a reward for if you're like a godly gamer and analyze each and every single pixel in every room and map you come across. And if you happen to find that room back in the day, then you deserve a reward, because I just do not know how you can find that just naturally, you know? They really hit a lot of stuff, Origin and Ultima games, that you would think, like, how am I supposed to figure this out, you know? And that's just one death scythe. We can find another one. This is the death scythe you can get in the add-on. There's one you can get in the original game. Back in the day, the add-on came out after the original game. I don't remember which year, or if it was the same year. I'm gonna put this here because I'm gabbing too much that I'm getting a little distracted. But, yeah. We need shears to turn these into cloth, or bandages, excuse me. You can use a wool to turn, or a loom, I believe, turn this thread into cloth, I believe. Getting a little mixed up. We gotta check our ammunition situation. YOLO has 80 crossbow bolts. I thought we had less than that. That's pretty good. I think we have crossbow bolts, not there, in our ammunition bag. We'll give YOLO 20 just for the heck of it. There we go. And we have like 13 left. Gotta stock up more once we get some more money. But we actually do have plenty of money, don't we? How's Shamino doing on ammo? 61, and we have no ammunition for arrows on our ship. Spark is carrying some, though. He's carrying 72. It's quite a bit. Also gonna go ahead and swap this white stone with this black stone, because I'm gonna mark our location here on the Castle of Fire, just in case I die. That way we can recall back. Well, quote-unquote die. We can't really die in this game. Something happens if you fall in battle, the main character. When your companions die, they literally die. You have to resurrect them. But the Avatar is immune to such things. Not even death can stop them, excuse me. I think we're good. I think we're good. This bag is empty, which means I can move. And bear with me here, I don't want to skip the inventory management. That's kind of part of the game. I find it strangely relaxing, though. Alright. I think we're good. If I forgot anything, excuse me. We're gonna go to sleep. We need to be 100% charged up and refreshed for the test of courage. You can imagine what that's going to entail. That test, there's going to be a lot of combat. But we are prepared. The Avatar is level 5. So is YOLO. So is Spark, and he's hungry. So is Shamino, who's level 4. Dupré is level 5, and he's got some training points. And so is Yana. She's got 3 points. I'm not going to go train right now because we're prepared. We are ready to go. Yana's a ranged character, so she won't get hurt too bad. I'll probably keep her ranged. Let's place our bedroll down. Right here. And go to sleep for about 8 hours. Pleasant dreams, YOLO says. Who knew you'd be sleeping in the Castle of Fire when it's like mostly peaceful here? And all our companions are hungry because we've been... I see Dupré took some damage. We better feed our characters. So let's go ahead and Dupré first because he was getting hurt a little bit. Let's go ahead and eat up our, or drink up our, alcohol supply. Every character. Well, not the Avatar. YOLO, Spark can have some alcohol, why not? He's the man now. Because back in the medieval days, you know, teenage years are basically, I mean, you train knights when they came of age, and coming of age was like, what? As soon as they hit puberty, which is like 12 to 14. So you had to grow up fast in those days. Nowadays, not really. They are... Oh. I think that was, everyone full? Everyone ready to go? We're going to battle with a full stomach. It's actually better to go to battle with an empty stomach. You're more aware and alert like that. The samurais did that, apparently. Go. I kind of believe it, because working out fasted is actually, well, for me, it makes me work out harder. There we go, Spark's healed up. I will not heal, I will save. And before I forget, we're going to mark our location. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten at all. So mark on that Virtue Stone, Kaupor Ilem. Successful casting, because we got maxed out magic. So the ether doesn't really affect the avatar too much, but there's times where magic does not work when we cast it. Also go right ahead and write in our notebook, Black Stone Castle of Fire. Go. I wanted to use a semicolon, but I don't think it shows the that instead. Here, shift, non-shift, it's all the same. I'll just use a dash, who cares. Castle of Fire, just in case I die, or wake up somewhere else. We can recall here, because that moon gate outside does not lead us here, I believe. I'll make another save. Right here is fine. And we will go in, and let's finish this last test. We may finish the Castle of Fire add-on, the Forge of Virtue, in this part if I don't stop and talk. Alright. We got a locked door. Do we have the key? No. Can we pick it? Yes. Oh boy, some headlesses. And also, I'm a little disappointed, just like last time when I played this, I think a few years ago. A little scene was supposed to play here as soon as you walk in. There is a wizard right here, and he sacrifices a baby infant, excuse me, and summons a lich right here. Doesn't seem to happen in this version of Exalt. That's very disappointing. Because before I played for this part today, I tested it out and I did multiple reloads to see if this scene would play out. Unfortunately, it doesn't, which really sucks. There's nothing in the baby's body. There's the dagger. What happens is that the mage, after he sacrifices the baby, summons the lich. I think the mage just evaporates or something like that, but oh well. Just so you know, there's supposed to be a scene on here. I imagine a lot of you watched Spoonie's video. Yeah, it doesn't happen in this version of Exalt, and the last time I played. Even a few years ago, it didn't happen. But we got some treasure. This particular skeleton here, this one right here, has magical gloves. Who can wear it? Who else will I give magical armor to? Maybe Yana? Yeah, I'll give it to Yana. Put this in our backpack for now. There. But she needs some protection. She's got no hit points, basically. Does anyone else here have anything? I think there's more. It's a good thing to check, and don't be fooled by this red moon gate. Going through it doesn't do anything. Aha, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I'll put this in here, and put this here. And Dupre can just carry these for now. I think that's it for treasure in here, on those skeletons at least. The headlesses have gold nuggets. Can always use more gold. Anything here? Ah, wow, there's a lot of magical armor in here. I completely forgot about that. I knew there was going to be a magical piece in here, but I forgot there was actually multiple pieces. I thought it was just a leg piece, but I guessed wrong. I will take these off, give this to her. Magical armor is the best kind of armor that you can get in this game. Maxed out defense for all your characters. I'm going to store these somewhere else. Somewhere in this game world. Nothing there. Ah. That's a dead female mage, I believe. And she has a key. Go ahead up. Right. I forgot to stow off that glass sword. Oh, I forgot Yolo was carrying one too. Oh well. Put this in his key bag. Right there. And I think, did I miss any skeletons? Any corpses, I mean? Swamp boots, if you need them. But we prepared for our journey into the Castle of Fire. So, even though Exodus is, well, gone for now, this island, while still peaceful in the castle, not very peaceful as you're exploring. His influence is still here, I imagine. Those are golems. I imagine that could be too friendly, so let's go very slow. Oh, they're not friendly. Ah, that's you. To battle, to arms. And they're slain, kind of. Shaman on miss, though. I don't think crossbow bolts and arrows do much to them. And just so you know, if you come here, if you try to finish this add-on too quickly and you don't prepare, these golems are actually pretty difficult. they're a bit challenging. Remember, a long time ago, I liked the rewards here so much I would try to do as fast as possible. But, better to prepare at least a little bit, up to level 4 or 5. Get some training done. And then you can tackle it. Got some scorpions here. They should be easily dispatched, and I'm not attacking for some reason. The avatar seems to be having an aneurysm or something. We good? I'll take that out. Right there, guys. This one's stuck in the wall. What the heck? I think that happens sometimes. I don't know if that happens in the original game or if this is an Exalt thing. I will just try to ignore them, and there's a lever here that we have to press or flip. They seem to be aiming for the one in the wall. There we go, we can walk fast now. Everyone good? We're not hurt too badly. I think there's one up here. Lever? No, just spiders. Yes, there is a lever here. You can see they got prey in their spider webs. And yeah, that's a dragon, I believe, or a drake. Drake, dragon, wyvern, I think they're all different. Remember Skyrim? Those are supposed to be dragons, but they look like wyverns. Because dragons don't have what wyverns have, those arms for wings. Like, dragons have wings, but they also have arms. Like, wyverns have wings for arms or something. Let's just go back. I don't want to keep... This is one of the things about this game. Enemies keep respawning on you when you just go off screen just a little bit and come back. But you need to flip those levers to open these. Excuse my sloppy speech today. Oh. Take out that dragon, guys, fast. They're actually pretty dangerous. We healed Spark back in the castle, and now he's already hurt. There we go. Now these dragons here, watch this. They carry gems. Well, not this one. Those are beautiful. I'm sure that they would fetch a high price at the jewelers in Britain. They do, actually. We're going to give this to prey. I believe, and I'll just spoil it, 30 coins per gem. These dragons are actually fun to farm at if you find dragons in a dungeon. Because back in the day, before I found out that trick for money, fighting these dragons is good for experience. Anyone level up? No. And also for money. There's a chest here, though, with a glass sword. Hey, neat. We will give this to Spark. He's a glass sword dude. This lady fighter here has seen better days. She's got a magical shield and cloak. Great cloak. That's something I would wear in the medieval ages if I was living in the medieval ages. However, don't really need the shield, so we'll leave it be. We can carry it if we want to. In fact, I think I will. It doesn't take up much space. It'll be part of our collection. That's not the lady. Dupre, I almost call him Shamino. Here you go. Alright. Does this open? Yes, it does. Glass sword and a key. Where is that? It looks like where we're standing. Like, pixel for pixel. That's a little clue. You can probably guess what we have to do there. Be sure to save a lot. Yana, can you heal again? No, she's gotta wait. We're gonna... We don't have any healing items, so we gotta be very, very careful. Spark's really, really hurt. Strange, that did not work. Oh, shoot. We don't have a key? Does she have a key? Uh-oh. I forgot where the key is, guys. That's no good. Why can't that open? Right. Gotta put that glass sword there, of course. That's what we gotta do. Like this. My mind, I knew I had glass swords, but my mind was that we had to find a glass sword in this place, and I was focused on exploring. Do that all the time. That's the key we need. If that doesn't work, we are stuck. That's just alcohol and milk and stuff. We will give this to Shamino, because he's the food guy. We got plenty of food, too. We can't carry the deuce. And I got a glass sword in Spark's food bag. I completely forgot about that. You see what I mean by going too quickly? I'm glad for the reminder, though. Yeah, we got a lot of... This is fish and chips, by the way. These are ribs. I think it's funny, too, when you feed someone like this turkey here, they eat the whole thing. Like, wow. Alright, let's go north. More golems over there. We're not going to go up north here just yet. And that glass sword, I was thinking to myself, we have to find a glass sword in the opposite part of that room. My mind was so focused on that. A little embarrassing. Like this room here is kind of like the same. The last room, just no platform. We need this helmet. I'll just give this to the avatar. That helmet is used for something. We can't equip it on our characters. It's used for a puzzle. And that's a golem. Yeah, these things are actually kind of tough if you come here too quickly. If you don't prepare, like I said. More golems here, or a golem, rather. These open... That is really loud on my end, by the way. These doors going up and down. I have to edit it in the software, because it's just too loud. It would blow out your eardrums. Come on. There we go. This way, I believe. Yeah, that's very loud on my end. My goodness. Now, where did you come from, Shamino? That's so weird. When you double-click on these, giant bones, you get some, musket ammunition. Now, that's cool. Put this here. I forget how much damage the musket does, and that's only one time. Not sure if you can come back and do it again. These slimes. The most annoying enemies in the game. Curse thine offspring. Come on, guys. Just ignore that slime, it's not moving. Shamino has been poisoned. See, I wasn't kidding about how much combat there would be in the Test of Courage, but that's how it works. What are these? Those are... Ouch. What? Oh, these things. Take them out quickly. Whew. Yeah, those are phase spiders, I believe. And, they're pretty tough. But thankfully, the avatar can tank blows pretty well. We gotta go in here. Rats. There's a helmet here. You know what we have to do. We'll take this, which is too heavy. We'll put the magical one right there. That there, that's too heavy. We'll give it to, not YOLO. Mr. Spark can carry it. We're not gonna go up there. We're gonna go back to where we came from. Yeesh. It's a dangerous test, isn't it? I think Spark's gonna get PTSD from all this. Our other characters will be fine, though. They've seen some deuce. Spark's got the helmet, right? Right here. And we solved that puzzle. Now imagine playing this for the first time, you're not sure where to go. So you're probably gonna go here first, then over there, and go back and forth, and really wear out your party member's health. Because I know what to do here, kind of. Got a little messed up in the beginning, though. That's a troll. Gonna go ahead and, oh, be careful here, that bonfire will hurt you if you walk through it, and it's easy for your companions to, walk through that bonfire. See? Yep. Take out that last troll, there we go. Yana, don't go in the fire. Fire bad. I will... That is a locked chest. With 2 coins. I'll take it. That there, I guess. Already got an Ankh. Spark will carry the food. Here. We got more food here. We'll take the trolls and giants' food. Not like they need it anymore. The troll has some gold nuggets that I'll happily take. Go. I'll go ahead and save and go this way. Now what we did in those rooms there, opened these gates. And this gate here, I'm not going to go in there though. Just be careful. In fact, I'm going to make a new save here. Mid FOV. Forge of Virtue. Because something happened to me years ago when I played this section up to this point. In the room ahead, my game started to crash randomly. This is before I started doing videos, and I think I fixed it. It wasn't Exalt's version, I think it was my computer setup. Because back in the day, and I'm going to take a little pause here to just gab. I'll give this to YOLO though. Put that there. It's a magical axe. So now he can stay ranged and so can Shamino, but back to the computer issue. This game started crashing randomly. And I think it's because I picked up an item. I think it was this magical axe. It's not going to cause a problem now. At least I hope. But I couldn't figure out what the heck the problem was, because back then my computer was having problems with... Well, when I shut down the computer, it would just... Like, I would shut it down, but the computer would stay on, even though it went through the shutdown process. So I had this thought, and I read about it, that I should probably update the BIOS. Since I've done that, I haven't had that issue anymore. Infinite restarts, and my computer is still being on even though I shut it down. And I think that also fixed the issue with this game, and just apps in general, because the other issue I had was I would double click on an app, like Steam for example, and it wouldn't open. A lot of my apps were like that. I think it's because of the BIOS issue, but when I reviewed this game a year ago, I had no issues, so I'm just mentioning that now, just in case this game starts crashing on me again. This is a good time to, you see all those dead bodies? We'll equip the avatar with the glass sword. That won't fit. That also won't fit. I'm being a little quiet here while I do this, because I don't want to forget about my precious death scythe. My goodness, who can carry this? What the deuce? Come on. Can someone carry the death scythe? Okay, can the avatar just put it in his backpack? How about in his reagent bag? There we go, my goodness. Alright, and I dropped the glass sword, right? Yep, I did. We're gonna need this. So let's move sword slowly, because I don't want to... That's the dragon. Dracothraxis. This is the dragon that Earthian mentioned, the one that crashed through the wall into the test of fire. And then the ceiling fell on that golem in the test of love. Well, led to the test of love. The dragon says, "Well met, Seeker. I am Dracothraxis, thy test, and I fear thy defeat lies before thee. For thou shouldst know that I am made immortal by the Keeper of Courage. 'Twould take a truly powerful artifact to destroy me, one that does not exist." The great dragon paws the earth in expectation of your imminent battle. Pause for a little second. This is actually a female dragon. I think Earthian mentioned that. Well, how about you? Well done, little human. Thou art as powerful as thou art courageous. Do not think that thou hast destroyed me. Thou hast merely bested me. And for this wondrous feat, I think thou dost deserve a reward. I have a truly magnificent gem that I would give to thee, if thy courage can but continue for a bit. Dracothraxis opens her mouth wide. Within, you can see a multitude of teeth, each one needle sharp. Also, near the back, you see a small but brilliant blue gem. Do you reach in and take it? Well, we have no choice, because we need that gem. This tests our courage, of course. As you place your hand in the furnace that is the dragon's maw, you can't help but wonder if a small gem is worth the risk. Nevertheless, you persevere and retrieve the lovely little gem. I go now to rest, but I shall return. The door will not open until thou hast found a way to best me for good, and for all. Farewell, little mortal. And Draco disappears for now. We're gonna do some looting though. There's a dead body here, which has a glass sword that we used. We'll give that to Spark. Nothing in the, I'd like to know how Draco got a horse and a sheep in here, but whatever. Nothing in that corpse there, nothing there, nothing there. Nothing, that's a triple crossbow. We're not going to take that. That could have been the item that caused that crash on me a long time ago. The thing about that magical axe I mentioned, I think it was an item in here that caused it, but it might have been my computer. There's a really weird issue that, that no one else was having. So the problem was probably between the keyboard and chair. We're gonna go ahead and give this to... Yellow used quite a bit. He needs all that there. That's... Oh. It should go there, right? That's weird. Alright, well he can carry that, and he can also... Probably can't carry these, too heavy. Spark. Carry the ammunition. We're not taking the triple crossbow because that really eats up a lot of crossbow bolts. And yellow is good enough with the regular crossbow. I don't want to go back into town to buy crossbows and stuff. But the triple crossbow does 28 points of damage. It's pretty sick. Anyways, let's go back to Earthian after I look at this little bauble that we got. If I can find it, where is it? Where's the gem? There it is. Hard to see, isn't it? Right there. That's the ether gem, I believe. Put that there. Alright, let's go back. Pray, you've been poisoned. Oh no. Well, good thing we have an antidote for you, the last one. Here you go. The best person to talk to now... Oh, it's only been 32 minutes. We might finish this part. The Castle of Fire and this part, that was fast. I do remember it being pretty short, but I thought it was going to take like 4 parts. I will go ahead and save right here and talk to Earthian to see what we have to do next. Greetings once again, Reuben. How may I assist thee? The blind old man looks unerringly in your direction. Oh, got a lot more stuff here, though we already chose these, never mind. Powerful artifact. I once attempted to create a sword of great power. Earthian frowns in concentration, then says, if thou wishest to continue my work, thou shalt have need of some few pieces of forging equipment, and a place to put them. I know just the spot. Come with me, and I'll see what I can do to help thee. Alright, oh, we're gonna teleport? Alright. It's just, where are we going? Yeah, teleport here? We could've just walked out here, dude. Oh well, we'll keep going then. He's all determined now. Look at his face, it changed. A look at a grim determination comes to Earthian's lined features. He pushes up his sleeves like a blacksmith about to shoe a high-strung horse. Careful now, the old mage says solicitously. Excuse me, I do that slowly. The powers I am about to release are capricious and fickle. I would not like to see something untoward happen to thee. You feel a great surge in the ether, which seems to temporarily stabilize it in this area. Where's my death scythe? Little beads of sweat appear on the elderly mage's furrowed brow. That was a bit harder than I expected. He pauses to mop his forehead with the tip of his sleeve. I had to redirect a small underground river for the well to tap. Now then, thou shalt have need of some few tools to make use of this equipment. Shan't thee? His rhetorical question goes unanswered as he once again prepares to unleash his will upon the world. No, no, no. Amidst muttered curses detailing the uselessness of ether and bothersome interdimensional beings, Earthian intones the magical words, On vas elim calbet elim. He destroys the flowers and the mirror. And it looks like it worked this time. Earthian's face begins to take on an ashen pallor, but he looks contented with a job well done. As I have said, I myself once attempted to create an artifact of great power. I crafted the hilt from a dark substance that is immutable, save by magical means. Sounds like Blackrock. The blade, however, is cast of an alloy of this substance and the purest metals known to Britannia. My artistic skills served me well enough to fashion the hilt, but alas, the strength was not in my arm to beat a good temper into the blade. Perhaps thou canst finish this great artifact for me. He pulls a poorly worked blade with a fine hilt out of thin air. Fear not to touch the hilt when the blade is hot, for heat apparently does not travel well across the medium of the pure black substance. I wish thee good luck. He hands the sword to you and wearily turns away. You see how the avatar is kind of frozen in place? When I played this a long time ago, mid-late 2000s on Exalt, when I moved, a statue of an avatar was like right here. Well, not a statue, but the graphics that you saw just earlier. I was worried that was going to happen again. That's not a big deal if it does. Anyways, we got... Where is it? Too heavy, but it fits in here. I gotta give a weapon to somebody. Maybe I can give someone this gold. For now, I think you probably can hold it. I gotta empty some stuff out. I guess I'll just drop this for now. Put it right here. We'll take... Can I put it here? No. Let's do this. That is a sword blank. So what you want to do is we gotta craft a sword, which means you should probably fill up that water basin first. You do that by this. Lower the well into the well. The water bucket into the well, excuse me. Damn candles, Erythian says. Off screen. Put it right here. Water trough. Light at last, he says. Maybe we'll do that again. I'm famished, he says off screen again. I imagine casting that spell took a lot out of him. Just to cast tools, he was able to redirect a well underneath, or the river underneath the castle. Also, you don't need to double click on the bucket, I just remembered. You just double click on the well and do that. Almost forgot. We have to... Oh. How come I have 2 buckets? Did it spawn on me? Oh, strange. Anyway, that's full, so we'll go ahead and, Did it, like, summon a bucket? Let's do that again. I want to see if that happens again. I guess I had 2 buckets the entire time, huh? We'll put this here. And this here. Let's organize that a little bit. There we go. Alright, so what you want to do... Put this right here. We gotta heat up the thingamajig. The sword blank. Just place it right here, I believe. Your partner is getting in the way a little bit. Like this. Does that work like that? No. Like that. Double click. Put it right there. Avatar, there we go. You have to actually place it right there, excuse me. Just heat it up. Oh, there we go. Don't double click it over and over again like I am. That doesn't work. Just one at a time. The Erythian says we don't have to worry about it being hot. So we can just pick it up, put it right here, hammer out the thingies. That after a short while you notice that the edge is definitely improved. Can we do it again? Oh, I skipped that. What did it say? Darn it. Maybe I do it again. Sword is too cool. Let's see if I can see that graphic again. Sorry about that. I thought I had to do another one. Let's heat up the blade. If I can. There we go, it's hot enough. Put it back on the anvil. Yeah, I think that said the same thing, right? It looks about as long as the last time. The blade has been worked as well as it can be. It would take some form of magic to make this sword blank into a usable weapon. Oh, let's cool down the... Oh, you can just double click on it. Forgot about that. Put this here. You can cool it down if you like. That eats up all the water. Yep. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That's the best we can do. I guess we'll talk to Erythian. And about him failing at magic, summoning the tools I mean, if you do an event later in the game, you finish a quest, his line changes, but I can't really reveal too much. It's a little bit of a spoiler. Let's talk to him again. He's walking around, just a little annoying. Black sword. Erythian nods his head when you tell him of your dilemma with a black sword. Yes, I can see how the blade would be too clumsy to swing in combat. However, if thou were to bind a magical source of power into the hilt of the blade, thou mightest be able to counteract the unwieldy nature of the sword. What about the demon mirror? Oh, he doesn't say anything new in regards to that. Free. So he talks about that gem that we got. Jail. He says the same thing there. The ether gem works in reverse. His power become accessible to the one who possesses the gem. Excuse my voice, jeez. Speaking too quickly. Pilfered by an ill-tempered dragon. Test of courage. He says all the same stuff. Let's just leave. And I guess we'll go talk to the Daemon Arcadian. And don't forget the my money bag here. Can I put this back in here? Put that there, and oh my goodness. Okay, let's have someone carry my money. Can anyone carry my money? Anyone with we'll just leave this here. Hopefully it won't disappear. So I'll save just in case. I got a bunch of saves. We'll talk to Arcadian. I like that animation. Pretty neat. Run along now, little mortal. Do not pester thy betters with the idle rantings of thy tongue. He appears at first nonchalant, 2 L's. Then his expression becomes intense. That is, unless thou hast reconsidered my offer. Hast thou? I did. A wicked look of triumph flickers across Arcadian's face to be quickly replaced by a ludicrous semblance of gratitude. Thou art truly courageous to vow to release me. My eternal thanks are thine. An oily grin coats the daemon's face. Thou hast made quite a powerful ally this day, mortal. His eyes blink in what is possibly meant to be a charming manner. Release. I'll need a special gem in which to house my essence when thou crackest this prison of a mirror. His eyes are alight with the possibility of his impending freedom. Gem. Thou hast the gem. I feel it. Use it now to crack the mirror. I'll enter as I'm freed. The daemon hardly restrains his enthusiasm. Now he waits for us to do the thing, so what we gotta do is put the bauble in your, I think that hand. Talk to him again. Arcadian appears truly astonished. For what does thou wait? I beg of thee, release me. So you gotta double click the thingy, not do it through dialogue, and do this. Just punch the gem. There it is. The little gem pulses with energy. Now all Britannia shall feel my wrath. I'll make them all pay for every decade I spent within that accursed mirror. The gem glows brighter, and you expect the world to come apart at the seams. Then, nothing. No! The daemon's primal scream sounds a bit crystalline through the medium of the gem. This cannot be! That old fool was right. I'm still trapped. The daemon's anguished voice falls silent. We'll choose name again. My name is still Arcadian, although my prison has changed. Job? I am now thy servant. What is thy bidding, master? Master? The daemon pauses for a moment. Thou hast imprisoned my physical form. I am therefore bound to thy will by powers far older than thou or I wield. What wouldst thou have of me? Wrath. Arcadian sounds a bit pensive as he replies. Forgive my momentary indiscretion, master. My bitter emotions overcame my reasoning for a brief time. I shall not let it happen again. Trapped. It would seem that Earthian was correct in his assumption that should I enter this gem, my power would not be set free to use as I wish. Instead, it is at the beck and call of the one who possesses the gem. Yeah, it's me. Power. You hear a faint sigh, then... Wouldst thou care to partake of my power? Sure. Arcadian sounds disappointed. It is as I knew it would be. I am forever meant to be the slave of weak-willed mortals. Very well then, prepare thyself to receive a portion of my vast energy. Thy power needs no replenishing, master. The daemon sounds a bit put out. Black sword. If thou dost wish me to bond the gem to the sword, thou hast but to command me, master. Bond. The sword and gem must be in thy hands for the bonding to be accomplished. Bound? Long ago, even by my accounting of time, my people were defeated by a powerful race of beings in an attempt to conquer this realm. This race lived here long before the coming of thy sovereign, Lord British. My people, or Poiple, were defeated and they expected death. But these great and powerful beings were not destroyers. However, they also did not wish further disruption by my kind. So they weaved enchantments beyond the ken of my race, binding us to the inhabitants of this realm. Thine own people merely used the existing enchantments to keep us enslaved, sometimes without an inkling of how this was achieved. Bye. Farewell, my master. The gem seems to dim a little. Just gotta talk to him again. And what you want to do is, I think, put this here. Talk to him again. Arcaden's voice is subdued. Black sword. Bond. It will be done. As the gem touches the cross piece of the sword, the sound of tearing metal screeches through the air. The blade shifts and shimmers almost as if alive. Slowly, the sword settles into its original shape, except for the blue gem glowing in the hilt. The sword glimmers darkly as you speak to it. Greetings, my master, and how can thy humble servant aid thee? The daemon's voice has regained much of its oddly disturbing humor. Are you still Arcadian? The daemon's sword's tone is rather ominous as he says, I am, and ever shall be, thy servant, Arcadian. Yeah, we got a daemon servant now. A demon servant. Pretty crazy, right? Job. I am the Shade Blade. My destiny is to serve thee until we are... The sword pauses. Parted. What kind of powers do you have? Which my powers dost thou seek to use? He can do magic, fire, death, and return. So magic restores your magical reserves. Fire, cast fire across your enemies, I guess. I forget how that works. I don't think I ever used it. Death. It's probably better I just show you what that does in the future. And return returns you to the Isle of Fire. So we had no need to use the Mark and Recall spell, though we got lucky. I almost died last time on the way back. Let's say none. As thou wish, master. I but seek to serve thee. Bye. Forgive me, master, but I shan't be leaving. However, thou mayst cease thy speaking, if thou dost wish it. Now we got the black sword. If you try to put it away, it goes right back in your hand. I don't believe you can swap to a different weapon, which is still here. I'll give it a try. Watch this. It just goes right back in your inventory. If you do this... Oh, okay. Like that. So you can't get rid of this as much as you want to. It just goes right back to your hand. So this is a good opportunity to give Spark the Death Scythe. Now I'll put this... Can't put that in there. It's too heavy. We gotta haul off our stuff in a little bit. If I could put this anywhere, that'd be great. Oh my goodness, won't fit. Inventory problems, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go talk to Earthian. Now we are really decked out, and for some reason Earthian is going to sleep at 11 in the morning. Wake up, you. Anzu. Alright, so I got this Daemon Blade. I see that thou didst not heed my warning. Alas, my pity shall be thine eternally. And so, what wouldst thou have of me, master and slave of the Shade Blade? I was pretty sure there was another piece of dialogue that was going to happen with this guy. I think it's later, so we'll say goodbye for now and go back to the Test of Courage. Remember what Arcadian said? The mage made an assumption that he would be trapped, the demon, into the gem. Pretty sure Earthian was 100% correct that was going to happen. don't think it makes an error like that. Let's do a little exploring though. I didn't go up here. There's nothing up here, but I just like to look. There's that, I guess that's where the golem was. And the ceiling fell on that golem in the test of love that we met, I mean. Yeah, there's nothing up here at all. I just like to explore a little bit and show off the awesome scenery this game can give you. Well, the pixels, I mean. Let's make another save, though, right here. And we'll go back to where the dragon is. Alright, here we are. We got to face off against that dragon. Now we got the sword, the artifact that's required to get past Draco and get the talisman of courage. Draco Thraxus sniffs the air distastefully. I sense my doom nearby. Perhaps I am to be released at long last. I wish thee good luck, mortal. Defend thyself. With that, the dragon leaps at you. Get closer we can. I was hoping it wouldn't attack before I did that, so talk to Arcadian. Ask for his powers. You want death. Where is the corpse of which thou dost speak? The dark sword begins to vibrate in your hand. And just choose whoever you like. You can even choose your party member if you want to. This thing's a very, very powerful weapon. It's really fun to play with. Ah, Draco Thraxus. We meet once again. 'Tis a pity thou shan't survive our meeting this time. Perhaps if thou hast given me the gem to me when first I asked, none of this unpleasantness would be necessary. The dragon responds with great resignation. My will is not mine own in this matter, Arcadian. Mayhap thou art finding too, that thy will is not thine own. The daemon, possibly stung by the dragon's repartee, falls silent and goes to its bloody work. The dragon lets out a searing sigh. Released at last, I go now to seek my reward, for this has been a test of my courage as well as thine. Thy reward lies beyond the door to the north. Enter the blue gate and the amulet of courage will be thine. And it leaves. Be careful, these fires here will hurt you. I'm surprised we didn't get hit. Did I get hit? I don't think I did. Breath of fresh air. That test of courage is actually pretty dangerous. Yep, that's it. Thankfully these golems don't attack, I don't think. There's nothing around here anyways. We'll take this. Kablooey. Well done, mighty warrior. The unsurpassed courage which flows through thy veins could be none other than that of the Avatar. Thou hast proven thyself worthy of the reward of courage with valor, sacrifice, honor, and spirituality. Receive it now in humility. Urgency breaks into the voice of the statue. I lay upon thee a guise, and as thou art the Avatar, thou art bound to respond. What? Thy quest is to seek the talisman of infinity. Within this castle there lies a scroll which can tell thee of its use. Go now, for time grows short. And let's do a stat check. Look at that. We also reached level 6. We got a lot of experience. We are maxed out across the board. And our stats, making us a rather powerful character in the world of Britannia currently. Yellow is also level 6. 3 training points. Same for Spark. Not Shamino though. And not Dupre. And not Yana. That's okay. You get most of your experience from quests, not so much fighting enemies. It's whoever deals the final blow that earns the experience, I believe. I mentioned that before. And Earthian is still sleepy time right now. He's very eepy. Just going to wake him up again. Anzu. Hey, you know anything about the Talisman of Infinity, sir? Ah, yes, I once had a scroll that told of a talisman by that name. If only I could remember where I put it. Dost thou by chance have the parchment entitled Scroll of Infinity with thee? No. Very well, I shall need the scroll to give thee further information. It's probably this one, right? That's it. I remembered. And you can see it's in code. Scroll of Infinity. If reality is magic, if locale artifact is void, convex is find in Britannia, convex lens, concave is find in Britannia, concave lens. If do light test, talisman list is Britannia search talisman, counter is 0. I'm not a coder, by the way. I studied it in college, but I wasn't really good at it. Really, what's that last portion say, though? Thou shalt never see this test. If reality is pseudoscience, evil entity is entity search. With this, we can use it to, as you can probably guess, banish the core of Exodus somewhere. What's this book here? Did I take this? That's the Stone of Castambre. Alright, I got the Talisman of Infinity scroll. Here we are. Now then, appears to be written in a strange format. One might even say a code of sorts. I have it, apparently. The talisman currently resides in the Great Void, a plane somewhat removed from ours. If thou wishest to gain access to this void, thou shalt need to craft 2 lenses, one concave, the other convex. Light focused through the properly enchanted lenses will open a conduit between our realm and the void. I believe this treaty speaks of 3 talismans of principle as send out a call to the Infinity Talisman and bring it here. Once here, it would seem that its sole purpose is to coerce a powerful force into the void. A thought hits the mage like lightning strikes a tree. Oh no, Avatar, thou shalt gain any more aid from me. I may be blind, but I see through thy sham. I'll not help thee send the core into the void. Earthian falls silent, and it will appear that he'll speak no more. Arcadian's voice whispers to you like ripple in a still pond. Fear not, my master. I have some knowledge of these matters. So Earthian won't talk to you anymore. If you try to, he'll say, I'll speak to thee no more, Avatar. He ignores you. I must have missed the dialogue option a while back because you can comment on his blindness. If it popped up, I completely forgot, by the way. If you do, he gets mad at you, and you have to apologize or something. But let's talk to Arcadian. And ask him about, ask for help. Arcadian's voice is smug as he replies to your request for assistance. Yes, I can help thee if thou wishest to exile what remains of Exodus to the void. Firstly, thou shalt have need of the lenses of which the doddering old fool spoke. Next, thou needs must have the 3 talismans of principle. And finally, make sure that there are lit torches upon the walls to either side of the pedestal upon which the dark core rests. Lenses. The concave and convex lenses, which thou used to place the Codex of Infinite Wisdom within the void, I believe now sit forgotten in the Museum of Britannia. They must be placed within the dark core, and the torches on either side of the pedestal. Alright, talismans. The talismans of principle must be placed upon the dark core like wedges in a pie. And that's it, that's what we gotta do. So we gotta go find those lenses, and we can just go back to Britain. I'll be sure to save here just in case. You just never know what is going to happen. Let's go to the museum. So this part's gonna be just a little bit longer because we are really close to finishing the add-on. So I want to do it in one go. I believe there's a fair amount of you that like longer Let's Plays, like an hour and a half to 2. Candace is right there. I'm gonna get out of her way. We'll take the lenses right here. And I don't have to skip ahead here. We can just talk to Arcadian. Ask for powers. And return. Home again. I never tire of rocky little islands. Dost thou truly wish to go to the forsaken Isle of Fire? Yes. I see. Very well, master, but let us not forget this little favor. The gem in the hilt of the sword glows brightly, then everything dims. And we are back. That was quick. Doesn't cost anything. I think we can return as much as we want. With no pauses, no regeneration or anything. Alright, let's get in place. Right here sounds, actually no, like that. What you want to do is, there's lit torches here. And you want the lenses, I think. The blue goes here, yep. And the gargoyles go here. And you want to put the talismans like That's, I think I got that wrong, didn't I? I think this goes here. I'll put these on the ground so it doesn't close my inventory every single time I put things on the core of Exodus. Here we go. That worked. There's a Talisman of Infinity. No, and there's Earthian. No! Thou must not do this! Earthian's voice is full of anguish. He raises his arms and begins a powerful spell. Uh-oh. Baz, Ort, Rel, Tim. Arcadian, you're gonna help us? He stops mid-spell and begins another, pointing towards the Talisman of Infinity. Ah. He's just trying to get rid of the talisman. I think we're safe for the moment. Vaz and Ort Alim. You immediately recognize the resonance of a spell gone awry. And apparently, so does Earthian. A look of horror comes to his wrinkled features, which appear to become more lined by the second. And he's dead. Rest in peace. I'm sure that Lord British even now awaits news of Exodus's exile. Excuse me. It's time to leave this barren island behind. Alright, he doesn't have anything on him, Earthian. I'm gonna take these lenses back. And we're gonna go back to Lord British's castle. And once again, that was faster than I thought. I don't know why I opened that. Let's go like this. Ah, perfect. He's on his throne. For once. I think it's the first time, right? Alright, let's report our news. We have finished the Isle of Fire. I felt the passing of the remains of Exodus from this realm. It has lifted a great weight from my shoulders. And so, Avatar, I cannot let this accomplishment go unrewarded. Please kneel, my friend. Lord British holds out his hands as you obey his command. I congratulate and thank thee, Reuben. Thy deeds continue to speak well of thee. And the Isle of Fire is all over and done with. What did he give us, I wonder? What blessing? That was another blessing similar to what the statues gave us. Let's open up the stats page and just look at that. He gave us an extra 30 points of strength. My frickin' goodness. This blew my mind back in the day. Yes, your strength goes past 30, only for the Avatar. That gives us 60 hit points and 120 stone weight limit, which is pretty darn crazy, guys. This add-on is very, very powerful. You know what? Even back in the day, even without a guide, you can probably finish the Isle of Fire on your own organically. It's actually, I don't believe, too difficult. That's why a lot of gamers, Ultima players, not a lot, but I did read a few, they purposely don't play the Isle of Fire just because of how powerful the items you get from it are. Because at this point, you don't need your party members anymore. You can totally get rid of them. You just don't need them. You got maxed out magic, you got high strength, you're a one-man army. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to play this game with my party members and basically enjoy the easygoing combat from here point onwards. From here on onwards, I mean. And also, this game's really tempting us, isn't it? Here I am with the murder, death, kill weapon, and Lord British is standing there, sitting there on his throne, right in front of me.